Hey everyone, my name is Gunther, and welcome to a special episode of our community zoo. For those who are part of our community, we kind of announced a little while ago a community zoo project where anybody as part of our Discord could join and participate in building a zoo together. And the way we coined it was a zoo built by you for you. And as sad as I am to say, our community zoo is complete. And I'm sad because it was such a really cool way of bringing many people together and building some really cool habitats. Just a really fun experiment. But on the flip side, I'm also super happy to announce that this episode is also going to announce the start of our Community 2 project, which is our second community zoo. It's a little bit more thought out, I guess would be the best way of saying it. So if you're interested in joining, and if you're not part of our Discord, pop on over. You don't have to necessarily participate a whole lot in the Discord, but if you want to participate and build something within the Community Zoo too, by all means, you're more than welcome to do so. Now, as always, this is a live tour, so if you hear some faux pas from a communication or a language perspective, I do apologize in advance. If I sneeze, I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to mute the microphone. Now, we are going to dive right in, but there's a little bit of a caveat. We've already done a tour of Community Zoo. We've done one tour where we kind of just really showed off everything that was here. So we're not going to do a full tour. We're only going to tour the things that we maybe missed. Now, that doesn't seem to say that, as an example, this amazing habitat, which was the first habitat added to our zoo, built by one of our Discord members, we are still going to take a quick look. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually an armadillo habitat, although I don't see any armadillos, which is kind of a sad thought. But some really cool things that were put together, and we can definitely see the build just grow in general. Oh, look, there they are. Just flying around. All right, so we are going to continue down. We're going to change it up. We're going to go down the left-hand path. There are some staff facilities in the background here. Oh, I love this little fence, authorized personnel only. I love the staff facilities. They were built by Nanny Ann Sparkle. She had some amazing builds within this within the zoo, which is really cool. And then of course we have our little food court area, I guess would be the best way of saying it. We have turned off all the guests because the zoo is quite big. We were getting to the point where we couldn't really people couldn't necessarily build here. It was so bad. So there are no guests, but it's of course always welcome to add your guests in. If your computer can handle it, by all means. We have some. What do we have here? We have Przowski's horse, I believe, donkey, the horse. I love the barn in the background. Oh, look at the barn roof! Oh my goodness, like the little door on the top. The only thing that would probably make this even better, and I'm thinking of like some other games right now, but would be if they had like a hay bale hanging off the top. That would be really cool. But I love this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this build actually goes all the way back. It kind of stretches back a little bit, but it's really cool. And I love how it's almost like it's a separate entire area. You can actually go in and view it. Let's see here. Take a little bit of a quick look. What do we have? Made by Unicorn Dreams. I remember this build. I love this entire area. And so that's the really cool thing about Community Zoo 2's project, is that every plot is going to be pre-planned and you can build whatever you want in your plot. So while your plot may be a rather large for the animal that you want to put there, it doesn't necessarily have to be for the entire animal. As you can tell, I love this stone path, by the way, but as you can tell, in this case, Unicorn Dreams put in a lot of additional work in making this come together. It's not just about creating habitat, it's about having fun and stretching your skills. I love the way these stables look. Even like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I've never thought of utilizing that as a kind of a prop within a habitat, but this looks really cool. Even like the little ladder here going to the top. This is so cool. So that's what I love about the community that we have, that we built together. And I say we because it's not just my community anymore, it's everybody's community. There's so many different people who participated in adding to this zoo and our community in general to create everything that we see here. We do have a staff only building as well. We won't check out staff buildings because you never know. Sleeping Dog Ranch. Oh my god, I love it. It's like a little dog house. I didn't even see this. So I've not really taken a tour of the zoo yet. So much of this is going to be the first time I've seen it. I've seen some pictures of it, but I've tried to not look at it. That being said, I will say Moose Lodge at Moon Lake I did take a look at that more so because we were kind of testing some things out. So I did take a look, and I love this build. It kind of backs up onto our red fox habitat, and I love how they've continued the fence going all the way around. So it's the same style of fence, which is really awesome. It's small details like that, because it's two different builders that built these two habitats that just work really well. And I love this fence. This fence is so cool. And I think this actually goes into the actual habitat, which is even better. But this looks amazing. Now, I will admit that part of the love that I have out of our community project is that you can learn so many things from other builders, and it's all in one place. So you can see different styles. I love what Kate Plays did here. She has the oak in summer, so we have our two moose, and we have like this backstage area. But the part that really gets me, because I did do this, I looked at this already with a few of the other mods. The grime on the windows. I've never thought of doing something like that, but this looks absolutely fantastic. It belongs. And I love the way it works. It looks so natural. And then of course we have some other really minor details. And I say minor but they're not minor. So we have like a feed station, some food getting ready. We're just gonna pop over. We have the sinks for our staff. We have like a backstage area. I love the way this worked out. But I love this. This is the part that gets me the most. Is if you look right here, it's a moving ladder, but the ladder has scuff marks in the ground, and I love the way that this worked. And I think it is fully. Hang on, I was hoping we'd be able to get up there. It is fully formed on the upstairs as well, which I thought was really cool. These gates look amazing too, by the way. Are these like? I love the way these gates have such like fine details associated with it. And look, there's a sleeping moose, just taking a little bit of a cat nap, if you will, a moose nap. But again, just a fantastic backstage area, and I'm pretty sure. So these buttons that actually open up all the gates, and then this actually leads into the back, the zoo itself, or the habitat itself. So there's two entrances, so you could like back up a car and then have this gate open and kind of like offload a moose if you're maybe checking the moose out at the clinic or something like that. Just some really cool details about this entire build that I absolutely love. Even just like all the fruit and kind of like put on like that little table there, just fantastic. Now, as we kind of leave the moose habitat, we are going to take a little bit of a jog as we kind of run around. And we see, there's a lion sign pack. We see a custom education sign for our moose. But I love the use of the Moon Lake Boardwalk, which is just an entire boardwalk that goes all the way around the moose habitat. And it looks amazing. You have a little dock with like a boat, some fishing lines, and then you have a moose just hanging out over there. Some steam coming off the water, so a little bit of fog kind of forming, but this looks amazing. I love the detail that went into this. Even like a little magnifying glass, like binoculars, you can kind of look through. It's even better is if you look all the way up there, you'll see a little observatory. So it's not an observatory, but we're going to check it out because that's the top of Cougar Mountain, and I'm really excited to see what's up there. But we'll kind of continue all the way around. I love the architecture. A lot of the use of the Arctic Pack, and I know that because I've definitely struggled utilizing the Arctic Pack in some unique ways, but I love the way that this looks. All right, so let's kind of continue on our way. We're going to go all the way around. So the really cool thing is that we've worked to make sure that the entire zoo was completed together. So there is one path, or multiple paths, not just one, but there is a path that goes all the way around. As we kind of continue, you'll see some little minor details. Maybe we could have put in another habitat here, but I'm okay. A little bit of a floating tree, we'll ignore that. And then as we can continue, I love this education sign. So it's how do you measure up against a moose, and then you can see the size. So it's like apparently we are 2 meters, so not quite as tall as a moose with their antlers. They can be quite tall. They are definitely a scary animal to run into. Now, as we kind of continue, we end up in the South America Temple. All right, ignore that little jump there. Part of the reason why is I totally forgot we had a poster created by Max Hatter, which is our entire zoo, or the majority of it anyway, put together. So you can see all of these placed around. So as you kind of pop around, you'll see these pop up as I add them as we kind of move. But it's a really cool little feature, and you can kind of see we already saw Przalski's horse. We've been to the moose. Now we're heading up to the brown-throated sloth, Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey, and the giant anteater, which I love. And we've already been to the 9-banded armadillo, and we will see the American bison as we kind of flow through. So let's take a look. We have the South American temple, and it is a fully navigatable area, which I absolutely love. So it's like a walkthrough habitat, but I love this. This looks amazing. So again, this is the first time I've been here, so I haven't seen this. I've just seen photos as Max kind of put everything together for us. Nothing up here, so let's maybe we can kind of go out and hopefully we'll run into some. Hopefully the animals are here. Oh, there they are. There's one. There's a few. Oh my gosh, there's quite a few. There's 4 at least. And then we kind of continue. I love the way this looks. The temple is it's just perfect. And there's our sloth. We have our giant anteater hanging around in here. Maybe, perhaps. There's some capuchin monkeys. Oh, there's the sloth. Oh, he's just hanging out. Look at that smile, super happy. I love sloths. They are so adorable. This is amazing. Climbing structures are always so hard to build, and I think this is fantastic. Oh my God, he's just chilling. This is perfect. I love this. Oh, and we just saw there was a monkey just running around on the top over there. These types of habitats I've not yet tried to build one of these, but these habitats look absolutely phenomenal. Building something like this is just so wild. And even some more sloths just hanging out. What's going on with your back there? I love this. This is amazing. Such a good build. Just hanging out. This would be so cool to actually walk through. I would love to have been able to walk through this entire area. Then we have our capuchin white monkeys. Are there more? There's another one just running around. This is huge. This habitat is massively large. Oh my gosh, look at that waterfall. So many, it's tiered on top of each other with the butterflies. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Amazing work. This is just phenomenal. I can't get over this. And then, of course, we can leave through this little entrance over here. So we'll kind of phase through, and we are back on the outside. So we're going to continue our journey around, and then as we kind of move around, we're going to see a additional habitat, which was added before, after the. It was added afterwards. So what is this? Oh, we have what appears to be timber wolves. Can't go wrong with some timber wolves. Perfect. I'm a little too tall to kind of see through, so we'll crouch down a little bit or phase through. What do we have? Some timber wolves there. I think we have at least three timber wolves. That's so cool. I love this habitat. Timber wolves are just so amazing, and I love how it's bordered on Cougar Mountain, so it kind of fits the entire area so well. And then we have, I didn't even know, whoever put this together, I didn't even realize we had added a playground. This is phenomenal. It's a penguin playground. Oh my goodness. It's a penguin head on one of the platforms, and it fits so well. This is amazing. I love the little merry-go-round. We have an entire play place. We have some monkey bars. This is wild. This is phenomenal. And then we have I think that's the shelter there for the timber wolves. You can see quite a few actually. So we have 1, 2, and then I think they have like a little bit of a shelter way over there in the back as well. This is pretty cool. And it's amazing what you guys can put together when everybody just kind of works together. Ask us about our flamingo experience. $25 per person. Interact with our friends up close. It includes hand feeding, petting, close-up photography, and dock access. This is so cool. And then what do we have here? We have flamingo feed, $2 for 1 or $3.50 for 2. Do not throw at the animals. That is an important feature. You should not be throwing things at animals. And then we have a backstage area. Again, the use of like the grime decal on the ground, it just looks amazing. I love this. And we even have some interior ventilation. So some HVAC has been set up and it's actually hooked up to an AC unit. Amazing. We have a working station, so you can kind of have notes and stuff like that placed up. and then it just goes straight into our flamingo exhibit. And this is the dock. So this must be where you can kind of come down and hang out. And look at this. This is amazing. This is such a picturesque, beautiful flamingo habitat. I have not built for the flamingo personally, but this just looks amazing. I love the water stand here. I love how you've connected it to the conservation bucket, so you can kind of just like turn the tap on, refill the water. I've never thought of doing this. This is such an ingenious method. Amazing. And then we can kind of come through. We have our little shelter again, and then like a little pond, a foraging pond. This is stunning. I love this. This entire build looks amazing. Again, I can't stress enough how amazing it is when people come together and they build some amazing things. Let's take a look at the other side. We have some more education signs. Did not see those. We always have to check out the education signs because you never know what you're going to find out. And what do we have here? Fun facts about please do not disturb local birds nesting. Wait a second. Are there local birds nesting? Oh, just hoping to find some nests hanging around. Fun facts. Wild flamingos can live up to 60 years old. They get their pink color from their diet of shrimp and algae. Flamingos live in groups of hundreds or thousands. This looks really cool. I love this education sign. Our flamingos are expecting drop a name suggestion below. Names will be randomly selected and announced on our website. That's such a cool small feature. And now, like, when would you ever think of doing that? I would love to submit a name, and they have like pens and a cup and some paper and a little slot to kind of fill it in. I apologize if you hear some background noise. My dog is currently running around upstairs. Please ignore all that noise, that's for sure. And then as we kind of come around, what do we have here? We have the porcupine. We have the African crested porcupine. I love that little education sign as well, and even just the use of those little boards at the bottom. I love that design. And if we kind of take a look in here, oh, is it? You can go in. Let's go take a tour. I apologize. I feel like this video is going to be a little bit on the longer side when we take a look at our community zoo, but we have another education sign. Can we see any? Oh, I like how you set this up. It's a two-stage habitat. So this looks like it's the habitat, but it's not. Because when you look over here, this is where the actual habitat is. Is it? Is this where the actual habitat is? No, the habitat's in here. I'm crazy. I am crazy. Ignore that. They're over here. Oh my goodness. Porcupines, they're so interesting. Like their quills as a protection method just is so amazing. Contributed by Aspen Arrow. I love this build, Aspen. This is amazing. I love the use of the vents to kind of create that little rolling path. You can roll it both ways. That's really cool. Again, I can't stress like how cool. Is that a curved door? I don't think I've ever seen that before. You found a piece I've never. Oh wow, this is amazing. I love this habitat. It's so gorgeous. Look at the water and the fountain in the middle. This looks amazing. And then we will come out. We have, I think this path just kind of, I want to say this path loops around to the service entrance. Yes, it does. So if we kind of head back here, we would see a staff entrance and we can kind of go in. I love these doors. Oh, there's the keypad to enter. Enter our keypad and we can come in through the back door. This is amazing. I love this build. And those doors look amazing. To me, like I'm so amused by all these really cool small things and these small details. It's just phenomenal. We have another sign, which would be a map for the entire area. Again, shout out to Max Hatter for putting that together. I know he was always on top of it and generally updating it on a regular basis. So just a phenomenal work overall. And then, of course, we've already visited this direction. So in our first video, we have our capybara, and then we also have some orangutans, which we've already taken a tour of. So we're going to skip them. But again, a huge thank you. This was submitted by that Aussie bloke who's been a regular contributor in our channel. And then we also have this build from Fishy, who's also been part of our community for a very long time and has another amazing build. And you can see some capybaras just wandering around. I love this. Actually, this build does amaze me. I love the little water spout and everything like that, filling the water and recycling. It's so cool. And there's also like a fully done up interior. Amazing. And then we can kind of continue into a new section. So we have a path here which leads to our staff section. We're not going to necessarily go down there, but we are going to go down here. Now, the really cool thing is that if you do want to join, and if you do not have all the DLC, don't worry about it. The way we've set it up is that you can download the original map because it is base game material, and then from there you'll be able to move around and take a look at everything, and then you can save your build, send it to one of us, and then we'll add it to the actual master build for you. So you can participate even if you are missing some of the DLC, which is really cool because we don't want to alienate people for not having DLC, because it's all about having fun and building some really cool things. Now, speaking of building really cool things, we have our alligator habitat built by Max Hatter himself. So he's provided quite a bit, and this habitat is wild. So we have like a little boat dock, which I think is really cool. Is that a bike or a portion of a bike just hanging around? There, that is. See if we can see any alligators. We have some murky water, and I think I see an alligator. Would not want to go swimming in this area, that is for sure. Wouldn't even want to take a boat in this area. That's 100%. But I love this. And then we have the Beast's Cave, so we'll have to take a look at that. But this looks really cool. I want to say the Beast Cave does dead end. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, yes, just another little bit of a blip to get this up and running, but it does dead end up there. I don't think it continues all the way around, if I'm not mistaken. But that's okay. We'll take a look. We'll see what's over there. We also have some adorable use of these little food stations. I love these little food trucks. You can come in, get a gulpy soda, or maybe a burger. And what else do we have? We have some gulpy slush. Can't go wrong with the core tenets of visiting a zoo. But look at this foliage, this amazing work. I love the branches that kind of like just arch over. And then we even have an exhibit. Oh my goodness. What kind of exhibit do we have going on here? We have an American bullfrog. Can we see any bullfrogs? Are there any bullfrogs hanging around? Can't see any, unfortunate. But I'm sure they're in there, and then we can kind of continue into the Beast's Cave, and we can see font by Christina from the workshop. Oh, thank you very much. I love the call out to other people, so it's not just our builds. There's a lot of builds from other people built in. We have a map of where we're going to find them, and there's some additional details about the alligator. I love these education signs. We have a restroom, which is a perfect place, really hidden. I never even would have thought to look there. But then we have our education signs, some more education, and then we have the interiors. You can kind of sit down and see the alligators in their natural environment, maybe just taking a little bit of a snack. Perfect timing, it's feeding time, so we're gonna be able to see our keepers feed them. And then I believe this leads to some domes for the habitat, so you can see some underwater domes. This is an amazing build overall. I love what you've done with the placemats and the use of all the foliage. I feel like we've gone from like the plains, like a dry plain, to a completely different biome. It seems very lush. I love the use of this, which is what I love about the entire thing. And so you can see some amazing builds built by different people, creating different environments, and just absolutely stunning. Now we will kind of continue on. We have a rather bumpy path we have to make our way through. We want to make sure we bring proper walking shoes because it is a little bit of a hike, but this would be an absolutely amazing trip through some wild biomes. I believe we have an entrance to the actual zoo or the habitat itself. And then as we kind of continue on, we can see what's in here. What do we have going on in here? We have, oh, I know what this is. We've already toured this. This is a habitat, I want to say, for the raccoon and the skunk, if I'm not mistaken. And this was built by, I want to say Lizzie built this. Maybe Lizzie, I can't remember. Jean Tide built this. That's who it was. And it's amazing. Oh, look, there's a baby raccoon. Little bandit. The little bandit. And some pretty wild. So this actually leads up and around, so you can kind of see up and above there as well. And then you can kind of continue on your way as you kind of see the rest of the zoo. So we're going to exit this area, and I think we really only have one last area to take a look at before we call the end to this tour, and then we can talk a little bit more about Community 2's project. Because again, that's starting soon. So if you want to join, make sure you head over to the Discord. I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comment below, letting you guys know where you can find it to join the Discord, and you can kind of join in and see everything like that. Authorized personnel only. Let's go take a look. I love this like fully imagined backstage area, and the use of like the is this a rest? Yeah, this is the staff restroom and a keeper hut. I love the use of everything. Wait, is this keeper hut? You know what? I actually thought this was like one big. I thought this was when you look at it like this, it looks like it's one big building that's like both of them, but it's not. It's actually separated. That's still pretty cool. But we're gonna go through this backstage entrance right here. And we'll take a look at it from this side because it is a walkthrough habitat, and I love this. This is for the prairie, the black-tailed prairie dog, and this. Look, oh my goodness! Just he's a baby, just wandering around. I love everything that was built in here. It just looks so cool. And again, we've gone to a completely different biome as we kind of take a look at this entire area. And it's even franchise ready for some boxes. So if you want to, for donation boxes, sorry. So if you want to take a look, we have the Prairie Dog Trail, and this was built by Nini and Sparkle as well. Again, another amazing build. Again, it just I can't get over how it. I feel like we've left one biome into another one, and we're just gonna have some more shock as we leave this biome and go into another one. It's desert biomes are so difficult to work with, and I love the use of like all these like little cacti, and then just like all the bramble and everything like that. This is just fantastic. I love this, and even the use of the faux trees to kind of create the artificial wall looks amazing. If you didn't know that they were faux trees, now you do, but I don't think you would have because it's really hard to realize what that was. Now we have one last habitat to take a look at, and this one is a doozy, as you can tell by the giant tree house that's just hanging out up there. It's like an entire house up there. Again, we've left a biome into a third biome. So we've gone from the jungle to the desert to a forest for the beaver, the American beaver. And I remember this caused quite a kerfuffle because we couldn't quite figure out what happened with this build. We weren't able to load it. I couldn't view it. There was something wrong with it. Turned out, and of course, like I empower it, mods are amazing, but turns out there was one modded branch in this entire man-made beaver dam that was causing it to kind of error out. And it was for sure frustrating, but so worth it. Look at that. Look at that dam. Like it has the waterfall. This is exactly what you would have expected from a dam. Leads into like a little pond for our beavers to kind of swim around in. I love this. It looks amazing, and you can't go wrong with this entire build. Now, of course, I think we made a lot of dead ends because we expected to kind of continue this build. But I think we were getting to the point where maybe we wanted to move into something that was maybe a little bit more structured. And we had a lot of conversation about our Community 2 project. We wanted to make sure that everything was put together in a way that would encourage others to build as well. We wanted everybody to know that they're welcome to join in. Whether you're part of a community or not, you're always welcome to download something and take a look at it. There's some amazing builds here, as evident by this giant treehouse. But we wanted to start fresh in a way that was going to promote some really cool new builds and just in a little bit of a cleaner method. We had a lot of conversation about respecting other people's builds, because that's important. We always want to make sure that when somebody adds something to our community project that everybody else respects it. So what's going to happen in Community 2 is we're going to have predefined plots for everybody. And these plots are huge, and they're meant to be huge because the idea behind it is that you're going to go in and you can place whatever you would like within these plots. You can only add in one animal habitat, but you could perhaps add in a restaurant or some additional facilities, guest facilities or staff facilities. It's really up to you what you wanted to add. And that was the entire idea of starting a new project that was going to encourage that type of approach. So that is part of the reason why we're saying goodbye to Community Zoo and saying hello to Community 2. We were coming up, and names are we're always open for names. I think we kind of like the idea of community too. I think it kind of sells the idea of what it is and what it's supposed to be. But again, I think it's going to be an opportunity for us to expand and become even better. And when we started our community zoo project, our community was very small, and I'm happy to say it's grown significantly since that time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot more people joining in. We have ways for you to join in. You can request a time slot for 2 weeks from now, but you can build it this week. You're not required to build on your time slot, and that's the beauty of having these predefined plots. So you can build whenever you want. So if you're taking vacation, but that's the one time slot that you were able to get, don't worry about it. You can pre-build and then upload your build after the fact. So you just blueprint it and save it onto the master file. And again, like I mentioned earlier, if you find that you're maybe missing some DLC, you don't have to worry about it, because the base game is built DLC free, which means that you're not going to have to worry about having any save issues. Now, we do have our American bison habitat, which I believe is actually like something like our second habitat added in. And we have our night house, which was provided by Sparrow838, who is another amazing content creator. So we have quite a few content creators who are new. We have Aspen Arrow, Sparrow, Jean Tide. So some really big names that are starting to develop and come through Planet Zoo. And I'm really excited about that. There is one last area we have to go take a tour of, and I totally forgot, but I can't say goodbye to Community 1 without saying hello to this new area. Now, of course, you're always welcome to join us in the Discord. If you don't want to, if you just want to hang around and see what's going to come up with our Community 2 project, expect a more rigorous upload tour videos. We're not going to just do one giant tour and then like one half tour. We're going to do tours on a regular basis. May not be like every 4 weeks or something like that, but every few weeks we're going to see a new tour of our Community 2 project. And that's just to show off all the really cool things. And of course, our Community 2 project, my goodness, is built to identify, or it's built to work around all of the the continents. So you can build Africa, you can build Australia, you can build South America, North America. It's really up to you, and you have all these amazing areas. So this is the last area, and I love the way this works out. So we're going to take a look over here first. We have our cougar habitat just below us, which is a huge habitat, and I love the way it looked. It's Cougar Mountain. I don't think anybody had actually gone in and added any terraforming, so they went in and added this really cool mountain. You can kind of see some path with some vantage points for people to take photos of the entire area, which I think it's fitting that we're ending the video all the way up here as well. I think that's really cool. But we also added a hilltop restaurant, and this was built by a Unicorn Dream. So what we're asking everybody in Community 2, and just what we've asked them in Community 1, is to leave a plaque with their name on their build so everybody can see what they built, and then we can kind of come into this amazing restaurant. And I love the way this looks. We have indoor and outdoor seating, the artwork and everything. This is just amazing. Incorporated a bathroom, because every restaurant needs a bathroom, of course. And we have a staff only section, and another, you can place your order. Oh, wow. So you come in, wrap around, place your orders, and then you can kind of go into the rest of you'll go into the seated. Anything back here in the staff area? There are some things. So what do we have? We kind of messed up here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hang on. All right, then we fixed that. There was a little bit of a dip there, but we've survived, and we have first we eat, then we do everything else. I love that. That's amazing. That is my type of motto. But we have this amazing outdoor section, and we have some paths. Again, some really cool use of these stones to create these like stonework pathways. We have a staff only section all the way over here, but we can also see down into our moose habitat on the other side. We can see a hint of, I believe we'd be able to see a hint of our temple area as well. And then, oh my goodness, I would assume that this would light up at night, the hilltop. What a really cool restaurant. I've never built a restaurant in Planet Zoo. I think it's going to be one of my final tasks in Ottawa Zoo is to build a hilltop, but this is just fantastic. We have like a little seating area, like a lover's corner. We have another little booth over here that's like a private booth, so people can come sit over here and just enjoy the views. This is stunning. This is absolutely, I would love to come to this restaurant. This would be like the perfect view. And I think this acts as the perfect place for us to say goodbye to Community Zoo 1. We've built so much together. in such a short period of time. We've put together an entire zoo as a community. We've had contributions from many people in many different forms. Shout out again to Max Hatter for building that map and placing it around everywhere. I apologize because you're not going to see it everywhere, and that's on me, and I'm so sorry, but we have some amazing builds. I love this penguin area as well, like the little play place, and then the timber wolves. We have our cougars, we have Przowski's horses, we have 9-banded armadillos, American bison, night house, so bats and everything like that you want to find there, capybara, the greater flamingos, the orangutans, the African crested porcupine, American alligators, North American beavers, the moose, the giant anteater, brown-throated sloths, and of course the capuchin monkey. Tons of animals have made its way here, and I can't wait to see what Community 2 brings. So with that, everybody, it is time for us to say ciao to Community 1. But again, this is not the end of our community projects. Stay tuned for new announcements about Community 2, which you're probably going to see come right after this video uploads. And I'm really excited to be a part of Community 2. And again, I'm going to do another call out, and you're probably going to get really bored of me saying this, but if you want to be a part of Community 2, we want you to be a part of Community 2. And all you have to do is head on over to our Discord, let us know what you want to join, and you'll be able to go and build with us as well. So I really look forward to seeing all the builds that you guys put together. And thank you very much for sticking around for a rather long video, but a tour of an amazing community project that I couldn't have been happier seeing put together and being part of. So thank you very much to everybody. And of course, ciao for now.